Greetings and good day everyone. My name is Ngoge Francis from JJ Kennels. Let me take this opportunity to welcome the Dog TV Kenya crew to our kennel, a family of dog lovers and breeders. It's been a while since we met, since we did our last episode. I think it was 2021, around there. It has been a good journey, I can say. As you can attest by yourselves, you can see we've really added more dogs to our pack. In 2021, we had 6 in number of dogs, Caucasians. At the moment, we have 12. We've imported a few, we've bred a few. We've been having litters constantly since then. As you know, the regulations of the Kennel Club, these dogs we breed once a year. So we've like 8 females to enable us achieve that breeding program. We started off with the German Shepherds. That is way back in 2016. I had shortcoats. We bred them from 2016 up to around 2017. We had Boabel for around a year. Then gradually we introduced Caucasian Shepherds. We decided to basically major on Caucasian Shepherds because number one, the returns on Caucasian Shepherds is high. These dogs are imports. We get them from Russia and Romania. The price of a puppy is slightly above the price of a German Shepherd and Boabel. For that reason, we decided to change a bit. And again, I'm a lover of giant dogs. Caucasian Shepherd, I think, is the largest breed I've ever seen. It's a very big dog. And basically, Caucasians are very alert dogs. They are very territorial. They are very strong and bold. They are serious guard dogs because they are meant to guard farms, guardians of livestock. It is a basically very strong and fearless dog. That is a question I've encountered not 1 or 2 times. That's a question I've encountered so many times. Caucasians are very good dogs with family. The way they engage with their children are very good. They play with kids here. I wish you could get them out and see for yourselves. They are very, very, very good with children. While walking our dogs, at times we are accompanied by our children because it is good for their exercise, but we must be very close to them because along the road we might encounter other dogs which may tend to be aggressive towards this one. So we must be very close to them. When they react, we hold them back and restrict them from attacking the other dogs. Basically, anyone can own this Caucasian Shepherd. It is a good dog for a family. The only disadvantage is that this dog is very aggressive to an intruder, that is, but in a family setting, anyone can own this dog. It's large, it's scary, and it is good for family. I recommend dog owners to own this dog. These dogs can be kept in farms, they can be kept in homes. Basically, you need a small kennel, large enough to hold 1 or 2. In any setting, you can have a Caucasian Shepherd as long as it's not in a flat because this dog needs some space. It needs to exercise every time now and again. It is a nice breed. As you can see, it's in a family setting. It's not a farm. I live in Ruai, a cosmopolitan area, and I'm able to own 12 of them, adult. I have 6 puppies at the moment for rehoming. I recommend Caucasian Shepherds to any home. It is a nice breed. It is very good with children, very good with every family member. May it be your family assistant. It's very, very good. In fact, when I do my dog walks, people stop on the road literally to ask me, are you walking lions? I tell them it's dogs. So I like their uniqueness. They are bold, they are big. They are super. In terms of investment, these dogs are very good on return on investment. I have created a very big network because of this dog. I've rehomed most of my puppies to corporate heads, very senior people in government. I've rehomed to very big security firms. This dog itself, as it appears, is intimidating. So it's a very, very nice breed to keep for security. As much as I love them, they've helped me create a very big network. I've created employment. I've employed 2 handlers here who work on them daily from morning to evening. I have 1 trainer who comes like 3 times a week. So in one way or the other, I've created employment to 3 guys who I pay on a monthly basis. Basically, I do train obedience. Some clients may want their dogs to be trained on aggression, which we do. And that one we do to the client's specifications. Mine here, I do obedience. I don't do much of aggression because Caucasians are, by nature, they're aggressive. And I do not want to have such an aggressive dog here because I have children. I live with my children in this compound. Exercising, basically we do dog walks. Like when you came, I think you found us doing a dog walk. Dog walks are very for dogs. They help them in their cardiovascular system. The dogs improve their bone system. It improves their digestive system. Dog walks and exercise improves the dog's mental stress. It reduces their stress. They are very, very essential. And as a person, when you take a dog out for a walk, it is not only the dog which is exercising. In one way or the other, you are also exercising. So it is good for both you and the dog. The benefits are two-way. Basically, we do our walks like 3 or 4 times a week. We get out for like an hour. We hit the road along highways, then we bring them back. As a family, we do walk with our dogs. I get out with my wife and my boys. We do walk. It is a very nice family bonding exercise. We go talking, laughing, looking at cars, people hooting at us, stopping us, asking us questions. Are kids able to walk these dogs? It is a very, very nice adventure getting out with my family and our dogs. It keeps us fit. It is part of our exercise program. It is part of the dog's exercise program. And in fact, it is a marketing strategy because when we walk out with this dog, it's when people get to know these breeds are in the country. Like for example, today when we are out, in fact, we had like 5 guys literally stopping their vehicles, pulling over to ask us, what kind of dogs are these? Are these dogs available locally? What is the cost of these dogs? Are you able to, how are kids able to walk these dogs? And we get to explain to these people how we have managed to walk these dogs with our children, how we have managed to live with these dogs in a family setting whereby they are children, how we have managed to raise these dogs in a country like Kenya, because these dogs come from Europe, and you know the climate is different from the one we have in the country. Mostly we do our walks in the evening because of the sun, and in the evenings because of the sun to avoid heat stroke, because where they came from, it's cold, extremely cold. Our daily routine starts with cleaning the kennels. This is very, very essential and very basic because the dogs have to live in a very clean environment. A clean environment means the cube and the kennels have to be very clean. This one ensures we avoid fleas in the kennel. It ensures we avoid diseases in the kennel. Number 2, we proceed to cooking. We plan what they will eat for that day. Number 3, we prepare to take them for their daily exercise. This one we can plan, maybe we do 2 or 3 times a week, not basically every day. So I can say it is not a daily routine, but it is part of our daily routine because we plan. We have to plan. Today we shall take 4, tomorrow we take 3, the other day we take 5. So it's part of our daily routine. Then after walking them, we can come groom those ones which are shedding. Shedding is part of their program. Shedding is the process whereby the dog loses the dead skin or fur. We groom them using a grooming brush. After that, the dogs can relax in the kennel, take their water. Then in the evening, we feed them. Every dog is feeding a regime. There are some which are on dry food. Pregnant pigeons we give different from the other dogs. Each dog from puppies to adults, there is a different feeding process. For puppies, we do 2 or 3 times a day, depending on the age. Coming to adults, they normally feed once a day. We don't feed twice, a sizable amount of food. And after they have relaxed from the walk, they have their meal, and we are done with that day. Basically, we do chicken heads for meats and protein sources. We do omena, we do minced chicken, we do beef, we do rice, source of starch and carbohydrates, and then we have premium kibbles. And then as we cook maybe chicken heads and rice, we also put vegetables, which are very good for dogs. It assists them in their digestive system. Just as humans eat vegetables, dogs do feed on vegetables. We put cabbage, we put carrots, we can put sukuma wiki. It is very, very, very good for the dogs. Weaning starts from the age of 3.5 weeks or 4 weeks. We start with beef minced meat, human grade. We source it from maybe Bama or butcheries around here. We ensure we get human grade minced meat. Mark those words, human grade minced meat. This one ensures the pup grows perfectly without any stomach issues. Because these puppies are very delicate at that age, we must give very, very clean food. Gradually from the 8th week, we start introducing kibbles. This is a dry food, premium ones. And basically, because I want to raise very good pups, I do feed 3 times a day. In the morning, I give that minced meat with a small portion of rice. In the afternoon, I do like 2 cups of dry food, good quality one, a cup or 2. Then in the evening, I can give rice and chicken heads. By so doing, within 3 or 4 months, those pups are super, super, super amazing. From the age of 3 months, we still continue feeding twice up to around 6 months of age. When the pup hits 6 months, now we can reduce the portion of food. The portion of the feeding program now changes. Here we feed once a day, but a sizable amount of food. These we give in the evenings, most probably, after they have done their walks. They are becoming big dogs. A pup of 6 months is old enough. Now we feed once a day, all along now through his entire life. We are preparing chicken heads, very fresh. As you can see, they are very nice chicken heads, fresh from the market. Chicken heads with the neck, so the meat is very good. And we have vegetables here, right here. Once the chicken heads are cooked, we put first rice. I have 2 kgs of rice here, broken rice. Very safe and edible, fit for human consumption. Once the chicken heads are cooked, I'll put in the rice. After the rice has cooked for a few minutes, I'll add fresh veggies here. These veggies we grow ourselves in our farm. Normally, dogs feed like humans. The food we give should be very, very clean. As you can see, the setup is very clean. This is where we cook our food. This is where, after cooking our food, we put the food for dogs. The heads are very clean. We normally wash them after we receive them from our suppliers. The vegetables are very fresh from our farm. The rice you see here is good rice, fit for human consumption. Once we mix this together, the dogs will enjoy their meal. My dogs I deworm once in every 3 months for the big dogs. For small puppies from the age of 2 weeks, I deworm once every 2 weeks up to the age of 6 months. And then these pups, when they hit 6 weeks old, we introduce the first vaccination, which is parvo. We repeat the second parvo at 8 weeks. At 10 weeks, we do DHLP. At 12 weeks, we repeat DHLP and rabies. Now from that age, the pup will be ready for rehoming. It has received all the basic vaccinations which are required in the vaccination regime. Then now, from that age, after we have done DHLP and rabies, we are ready to rehome our puppies. Now when they go to the new kennel, the owner can maybe repeat the DHLP after 2 weeks because of change of environment. Then after another 1 year, now you can repeat rabies vaccination. We maintain the good health of our dogs basically by feeding them correctly. We give them human grade feeds. Our food is very clean. Our rice, we get it from very reliable sources. Our meats, we get them from very reliable sources, which are very clean meats. Meat which a person can feed on, and then we cook them. We don't give them raw. Of course, you can do raw, but as we prefer cooking. And we do vegetables, which are very good for the dog system. It helps in the digestion system. And also we deworm our dogs regularly. We don't skip deworming, we don't skip vaccination. There is no single process we skip in the upkeep of these animals, of these dogs. And another thing, you see these dogs are very healthy like this. These dogs exercise almost every day. If they are outside walking, they are inside here doing their duties, guarding duties. Because we normally have 2 on duty per day. Maybe if Bingo guarded today and they are Goda, tomorrow we shall have a different dog guarding. Guarding means this dog is on duty, it keeps running in the compound. That being part of the exercise, the dog will stay fit. Viewers, let me talk about grooming a bit, because as you can see, I have a dog which is being groomed. Grooming is a process of removing dead skin or fur from a dog. Dogs normally remove dead skin after like 3 or 4 months. This skin, you can normally remove it using a brush like this one my guy is using here. It is a process which is not tedious. It is very simple, as you can see. It normally makes the dog look very beautiful. Some people don't hate it when dogs are shedding, but it is part of their nature. In every season or in every 2 or 3 months, the dog tends to lose that fur. In males, we have it in every they shed like 3 months a year, same to females. But when you see a female shedding, it's an indication that that female is maybe coming on heat or something, which you should really keep note on. The challenges I face basically is sourcing for their food. At times we look for protein sources, meats, they are out of the market. We are forced to buy them very expensively. We have diseases, though I'm happy I've not encountered so many challenges in terms of diseases because I keep my dogs fit, they walk, they eat good food. When it comes to raising pups, I can say that is where we have a major challenge because these pups, we take care of them like children. I have 2 people working, one working over the day and another one working over the night, watching over these puppies, because we have to watch them to reduce the mortality rate of these puppies. Like you see, this bitch here is around 70 kilos. I can't leave her with the puppies in the kennel without someone looking after them, because if a mistake happens, she lies on the pup, that pup will definitely die. So that is another challenge we face as breeders. And another thing I can say we face as a challenge we face as breeders is rehoming these dogs. Logistic challenges. For example, I have puppies which are supposed to go to Rwanda. I have issues with the airline which is supposed to carry them. Road is also tedious in part of the challenge. So I'm looking for airway bills to fly out these puppies. Another thing I can say on challenges is importing these dogs. Importation of these dogs is very tedious. Number one, you must identify a breeder in Russia or Romania, a reputable breeder who will give you the dog to the specification you want. You must do due diligence to know that this breeder exists. You contact maybe the FCI or the Federation Kennel Club over the other side. You do them an email. They confirm you that that dog exists, this breed exists. You send the money via maybe MoneyGram or Western Union, and then you start preparation of the airway bill, booking of the airline, then you deliver the dog here in the country. It is basically a very tedious exercise because at clearance point we have the Kenya Revenue Authority agents. You must pay taxes bringing these dogs in, and it has really proven to be a very, very challenging exercise. Though we must bring them because we must improve the breed standard in the country. All my dogs here, puppies, are registered with East African Kennel Club. When rehoming these dogs, we provide the owner with a pedigree certificate and a transfer. For that matter, we transfer the dog to the new owner. We give him the pedigree certificate produced by the Kennel Club. We take him through the steps of ownership, the steps of feeding, the steps of how the dog development will be thereafter, because it is a journey someone is starting. For example, new dog owners, we have to take them through the journey of raising these dogs. These dogs are large breeds. We have to explain to them from feeding, socializing, and maintenance of these dogs. It is not complex, it is very simple, but it is something which new dog owners should look onto. When I bring a new handler or a new worker to my kennel, basically I start by introducing the dogs to him, because basically these dogs are aggressive. One by one, we start by taking the dogs out. I pick the less aggressive dogs. I give him that one to do the work. Then the aggressive one, I can handle it myself or the other guy who is well conversant with the dog. Then along the road while walking them, you can interchange slowly. Like that, you will get adapted to all the dogs in the kennel. In the long run, you find that this person has come to understand all these dogs. He has been able to, he is now able to handle them. Another thing I do to introduce a new person in the kennel is a new handler or worker is I give them treats. Those treats, they go with the treats to the dog. They give the dog that treat. This dog will associate this person to be a good person. The other day, I'll put food in the plate or water. I give that person, that new handler, I tell him go give that particular dog. By so doing, in a span of 1 or 2 days, he is able to handle all my dogs in the kennel. Socialization to dogs is very important. It's a very important aspect because dogs must coexist with human beings, with animals, with livestock, with chicken, with people. Basically, when I bring a new dog, maybe from Europe, first and foremost, I isolate him for 14 days. It's like a quarantine period. In case he came with a disease or something, I must quarantine him for a period of 14 days. I observe the dog. Then gradually, I'll move him to the kennel. My kennel setup is very simple. I think when we move there, you'll see. I have used wire mesh to separate them, which makes it very easy for me to socialize these dogs. After the 14 days quarantine period is over, now I put him to the kennel, and then slowly by slow this dog will get used to the other dogs. Of course there'll be commotion, there'll be a lot of barking and whatever, but in a day or two these dogs will get to know each other. Same day after the 14 days quarantine, basically the first thing to do is to walk all the dogs out. I can pick 5 or 6 dogs. I enjoin the dog which came from outside. They walk out together. When coming back in, the other dogs will tend to imagine that this dog is part of the pack. So I won't have so much problems in introduction of new dogs. With the livestock and chicken, most of my dogs, I leave them outside. They socialize with my chicken. There's no day you will come find here my dog has killed a goat or a chicken. I really, from when they are young, I let them play with my livestock here. That one, they create that bond, they create that friendship. They see them as part of their family. So there's no day I will lose a chick or a goat or any other creature in the compound. They coexist together as family. When importing, it depends with what you want. You might import a puppy depending with what you want in your kennel. I prefer importing adult dogs, a dog which I've seen the structure, the anatomy of the dog, the features. If I was looking for a male, I have to look a male big in size. I have to look for a male with a wide chest, short muzzle, big head, big bone. A male with all the features that I want in a male. For bitches, when importing, I'd prefer importing a pregnant female. Maybe we mount with a male with a different species which is not in my kennel. And in that way, one way or the other, you improve your breed. Because when you bring a pregnant bitch, you will improve the breed. You will increase the breed gene because the male which mounted that female is different from what you have in the kennel. My future goals of my kennel is to improve the breed standard, number one. Number two is to create awareness of this dog. These dogs are domesticated. These dogs are very good to children. These dogs are good security. They are very, very nice security dogs. And basically to improve the gene in Africa, because we don't have so many breeders of Caucasians in Africa, especially in East Africa. We are like 10 of us. And I could really like to improve the gene pool in the country. An advice I can give to dog lovers and breeders is Caucasian is an amazing breed. It's a very nice breed. It's a giant dog. It is a very nice dog to have in our compound. It's a very nice dog to breed. It has very good return on investment. It is a breed that you can easily keep in your compound. It's a breed. Feeding is not expensive. People normally ask me, this dog is so huge. It does not feed a lot of food. In fact, an adult male feeds on 800 grams of food per day. A female does like 600 grams. For puppies, because they are growing, I do like, for a pup, I distribute morning, afternoon, and evening an average of 1 kg per puppy for a 3-month-old puppy. So the feeding is not that tedious. You can own this dog. It's a very, very amazing breed. This is Magitai Gladiator X Yagoda. She's a female, 5 years of age. I imported her in 2019 from Romania. She's pregnant. I'm expecting a very, very impressive litter in the coming month. So guys, you can start making your bookings early because she's a really, really top producer. With me here is Luna. Luna is bred out of Valam. Valam is a very famous dog, very large dog, a very nice dog. She's 3 years old. She's 3 years of age. Currently, she has a litter of 6 puppies. We have 4 already booked. We have 2 more to be booked. I have 1 male and female available from a litter. She was bred to Rocco. Rocco is a very big boy. You will see him when we get to the kennel. I imported Rocco early last year. He is currently 14 months, though he has already given me my first litter. I'm very, very impressed. Behind me is Bingo. Bingo is a big boy. Bingo is my own breeding. The father is very large, just like him. Bingo is 3 years old. He is a father to so many puppies. He is a very great producer. I like him very, very much. He's my foundation male of this kennel. We continue with the introduction. Some of the dogs were in the kennel. We were doing the introduction. First, Babu, before we go to the introduction, I want you to see my storage of food. I have 3 big freezers here, which I keep my meats and source of food. This has chicken. This has chicken heads. That has beef minced meat. And now we proceed to introduction of the rest of the dogs. Here we have Vera. Vera is 3 years old. She's bred out of Valam, a very impressive bitch. She is currently on heat. I intend to mate her in the coming days, and I'm expecting brilliant puppies from her because she's a very sizable bitch. Very impressive, great in size, big head, great bone, great coat. All the features you could expect from a bitch. This is Cisco. She is 3.5 years old. She is a very beautiful and amazing female. She is bred out of a very good dog, a legendary dog in the country called Phil. Phil was a very, very great producer. At the moment, she is coming on heat. As you can see, she was shedding her fur. That is an indication that she's, in a very few weeks, she'll be on heat, and I'll be serving her with a very, very nice male. Next kennel here, we have Sasha. Sasha is my breeding. The father is called Alexander Transylvania Yuri, whom I rehomed a few years ago to Tanzania. The mother is called Luna. Luna was a very impressive bitch. So I'm really expecting very good puppies from this dog. Currently, I bred her with Bingo. This is the 4th week. So in the next 6 weeks, in the next 4 weeks, I'm expecting a litter from her. Next year, we have our champion boy called Rocco. Rocco is 13 months old. Rocco came here as a 4-month-old boy. I imported him from Romania. His father is a very nice, impressive boy. Rocco is currently has a CC with the Kennel Club. He is participating in the championship. I hope he'll be a champion in the next 2 shows. I'm impressed by his progression as now. Our next kennel here, we have a very pretty girl called Sasha. Up, Sasha. Sasha is a very pretty dog. She is my own breeding. I'm very, very impressed with this particular breeding. I kept her for my breeding program. She is currently 12 months old. The father is also Alexander Transylvania Yuri, and the mother is Cisco here. So as you can see, she has a very beautiful head, a very nice coat color, a very nice deep coat. She's double coated. The bone size is also impressive. So in the next 3 or 4 months, I'll be able to breed her. I normally breed my bitches from 18 months and above. So the next cycle I'll be able to breed her. Very, very impressive bitch, Sasha. As you can see from the kennel, we have a weighing scale. This one assists us in weighing the dogs. Basically, when we are deworming, to know the right age of the dog, we put our dogs here through this door. A dog enters, then we close the door. We put on the weighing scale. We get the right weight of the dog so that we are able to deworm according to the number of kilos of the dog. Over here we have, I can call it a hanger where we put our leashes. This one basically assists us when you're walking the dogs. Most of the dogs have their choke chains on the neck. So here we have our leashes which we use to walk our dogs. In the kennel we have 2 whelping boxes. In our layman's language, I can call it maternity rooms for the dogs. This is a sizable one. Caucasians being a large breed, you have to do a sizable size of a whelping box. As you can see, we introduced a lighting point. This basically is a light for heat, because puppies at a very small age, we don't subject them to cold because they can easily get pneumonia. We put this light here to provide heat during the night. In the day, we switch it off. As you can see, it is very sizable. It can hold a very large dog. And even if the dog whelps 10 puppies, they can stay inside there up to the age of around 8 weeks. Then we start getting them outside. This is where we wash our dogs. This is a standard bathtub. We normally fill it with water. We put a pesticide inside, just like cows or sheep or anything. You need to do pesticides on dogs. Once we wash them, now we can rinse them with dog shampoo for them to smell good. Once we've done that, we have a machine which we use to dry our dogs. This is our second whelping box. It is above, it's on top of our house. We introduced it here because we didn't want to put two down there. Basically, it is good to separate whelping mothers far away from another because they tend to be aggressive to one another when they have litters. This is big enough, just like the one down there. And we have a very beautiful litter here. These pups were born here in this whelping box. They are currently 7 weeks old. They were a litter of 7. Unfortunately, we lost one. The 6 are doing amazing, super amazing. So the intention of doing a whelping box is to have a whelping box big enough for the pups to grow until the age of from 6 up to even 12 weeks. So these pups will not leave the whelping box until their age of rehoming comes, because it is big enough, it is spacious, it has enough lighting, it has good ventilation system. So I don't think I'll move them here downwards. They'll be here until I rehome them. Basically, I don't separate the puppies from the mother at a very young age. In fact, at times I leave the puppies with their mother until they are rehomed, because these mothers are very emotional. When they see the puppies get out, they become emotional just as humans. So I leave them as much as I can. As long as they're in the kennel, they stay with their mother. But from the age of 3 months, that is 12 weeks, I start rehoming them to their respective homeowners. Let me take this opportunity. It's been a pleasure meeting the Dog TV Kenya crew. We are located in Ruai. You can follow us on our social media pages. On Instagram, we are JJ Kennels Kenya. On Facebook, I use my name, Ngoge Francis. My contact is 0723 485 521. Continue watching, liking and commenting Dog TV Kenya, the best documentary channel for all dog lovers.